Hello there. Thanks for joining us here on ID World. Do appreciate your company. Hey, I don't know what the weather was like where you are today, but it was gorgeous here in Peterborough. Very, very, very hot. Wouldn't surprise me if they said hottest day of the year. And think about it, it's still only May. We've got June, July could get hot. August could be really hot. September could be smashing. I've got my fingers crossed because I love it, but not everyone loves it. In fact, my guest expert tonight, Alan, doesn't like it. He was moaning the other day when it was 14 degrees. Moaning at 14 degrees. This may well be you. You might be like Alan, say, oh, it's 14 degrees, 16 degrees. But of course, what happens when it gets to 20, 25, 30 degrees? Are you going to be stuck in front of a fan begging for it? Like Jess? Are you going to be sitting here in front of the fridge hoping you can cool off? Well, there's no need to. Get yourself some air conditioning. That's what we're going to be focused on tonight. Brilliant deal lined up for you as well. Because so many times people are doing this, aren't they? Oh, it's so hot. Oh, it's moaning about it. Take care of it. Make your home a place you can really be happy. You don't have to leave all the windows open, letting all the flies in, the bugs in, all those horrible things. Now, first time we brought you this show this year. First time this year. I don't know how long these are going to be around for. $269.99. Which, hey, let's face it, that's way better than a half-price deal. Now, the machine itself is called the Presto. Tower is the brand. I'm sure the vast majority of us know Tower, a great British company. I'll get Alan tell us a little bit more about them in a moment. But when you think better than half price, and I think you'll agree, it's a nice unit. It's not as high as you think. We've got this on a pedestal so you can see it easily. So I'm going to say it's about 3 feet at the very most in height. But the beautiful thing is it will cool an entire room. This is not about blowing cool air onto you. This is about cooling the room. Now, of course, you can spread the cost as well. So if that's important for you, take the opportunity to do that. You can go up to 4 payments, £67.50 delivered to your door. So please don't miss out. If you want to go to PayPal, some people will prefer that, then you can go £91 and a few pennies on there. Let me just show you what you can pay for elsewhere so you know what a brilliant deal this is. Here they are. Tower. What? Tower. £300. Aldis. Is that Aldis? Aldis? I don't know. Aldis? Is it? £300. And La Redoux, £300. So clearly they've all got a discount price going as well. But we beat all of them. We beat all of them. And of course, we can then spread the cost over those 4 payments as well. I think you'd agree. It doesn't take up a great deal of room, which is fantastic. You could have it down the side of a sofa, an armchair, anything of that nature. Come on, let me introduce you to Alan so we can learn a lot more about it. Alan, always good to see you.
Paul,
thanks for being here.
Yeah, wonderful to see you. Thanks for the cup of coffee, by the way. That you go, oh, look,
you know what they're like here. They only put cups out.
You've got coffee.
I bought my own cup. I had a horrible white cup like that as well and had nothing in it.
I rushed in, I did an extra show with the weed killer. Not even a cup of coffee. Not even a flaming cup of coffee. But it's okay. We're going to chill, baby, because we've got an air conditioning unit. You see the way I tied that in?
Yeah.
Jess in the gallery was getting on. Get onto the... See, it's always tying. We're professional. We've been doing this for a long time.
You have?
We certainly... So you've been doing this gig.
Only 17 years. You're 20 odd, isn't it?
Yeah, over 20 years, yeah. I know. So let's talk now. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room here, Paul. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to start trying to say things. Here, we talk about fans to cool your room. We talk about all sorts of things. But when it comes to air conditioning and you want an air conditioning unit, we're going to talk about that right now for you because some people know exactly what they want. Some people want a fan, some people want air conditioning because air conditioning is the only thing that actually chills the air and actually brings the temperature down to, in this case, as low as 15 degrees. And it does that really, really well. But I want you to know something about an air conditioning unit. An air conditioning unit doesn't just, when it's cooling your room, it doesn't, Paul, just cool the room. It actually takes away the humidity as well from the air. It does both of that. That's why if you're ever driving your car and you've got air conditioning, sometimes you see if you don't have your air conditioning on, you get that moisture inside the car on the window, and you have to rub it.
Yeah.
Well, if you have your air conditioning on, it's conditioning the air and it's taking the humidity out of it as well, so you don't get that. So my advice is do that. By the way, in the summertime, people say it's too expensive to run my air conditioning in the car. I'm going to open the windows. Don't do that, because it's worse.
Yeah, well, you don't know the heat in.
Yeah, you're letting the heat in, and you're getting the drag coefficient of your car gets worse. Anyhow, I digress.
Right. Oh, right.
So basically, what this does is it cools the air and takes out the humidity. Now, you can use it as a dehumidifier on its own as well. It's a very clever machine. But I'm telling you that because it's important that you get the right size machine, because sometimes, Paul, people are going to go, I'm just going to get the biggest one. I want it to cool the room. Or I'm just going to get a small one because I want to save some money.
Yeah, and a lot of them, don't you have to like fit it into the window or mount it up on the... I like the idea this is on wheels and you can move it around.
Yeah, you can move it. You still have to vent it, and you vent it out a window or a door. I'll come to that in a second. But Paul, what you need to know is that there's a term called BTU, okay? And you can see that this is 7,000 BTU, British thermal units. So what that basically means is you have to look at the size of your room to efficiently cool or heat a room, okay? And then depending on the size of your room, what one to get. This one at 7,000 BTUs will do a room that's about 300 square foot.
Wow.
So 30 foot
good size room, yeah.
by 10 foot.
Yeah.
Or let's say 15 by 12 or 13.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So it's a big room. It's a good sized living room.
Yeah.
Now, by having if you have too big of a machine, as I say, it will cool the room really quickly, but it won't take the humidity out in time. So then it fights to do that, and you actually use more energy. If you have too small of a one, too low of a BTU, it's fighting all the time. It's not able to cool the room. So this one will do around 250 to 300 square foot of a room absolutely perfectly, Paul.
That's great to know, isn't it? How easy is it to use? I mean,
yeah. Sorry, I stopped there because I thought you had something to say there.
No,
so,
no,
yeah.
nothing to say.
Okay, cool. So what we do is very easy to use. Now, first of all, you see that when I was starting the show, I have a remote control in my hand. You can do everything from the remote control just here. But also, you've got all of the controls on top of the machine as well. So let's just look at the machine. As Paul said, it's very compact. It's a wonderful machine. This is where the cool air comes out. And you can adjust those fans up and down to have them pointing up or down, wherever it is you want. Make sure they're completely at you. And you can adjust them left and right as well. So almost like in your car, again, Paul, you know when you adjust it to face it towards you?
Yeah.
So you can kind of aim it. Now, cool air comes out. It's refrigerated air. That is the thing. You know what I'm talking about. So think about your car with aircon. It's freezing cold coming out.
Yeah.
Think of it without that, it's just blowing air
Yeah.
that it can get. So it's different, okay?
So how does it cool the air?
Well, a refrigeration unit in the back, like your fridge. So
You
in
don't
the back
put
of
water
this.
in, you don't have to put ice packs in?
No, nothing at all. It does
right.
this
Well, that's
completely
great.
itself. Yeah, it does it absolutely itself. And the brilliant thing about this one is that with traditional air conditioning units, you have to empty, because it's taking the humidity out, you have to empty a container very often to get rid of that water that is collected. But this one has it's so clever. It actually gets rid of that itself. It fires it out the back. It has a way of actually getting rid of that. So you have to empty this a lot less. To empty it, by the way, just to show you, down at the bottom of the machine just here, you have that. We also give you an extension tube that when you take it off, you can put this in and then you can empty it. I'll just bring this into shot a little bit. So you can empty this into a bucket, or you can empty it out over, wherever it is that you might want to do. So you get that. So to connect this, Paul, what we do is we take off this just here, and then we place on our unit just here. So basically what we do is we pop this on in here, okay? And then that will then allow the hot air that it's generating, because it's refrigerating air, it will create hot air.
So
and
that's
then we
the exhaust.
That's the exhaust.
Yeah.
And then this is it here, look. Not very long, is it? But that's absolutely fine, because look. Can you grab that, Paul?
Yeah.
Grab right at the end.
I've got about 5 or 6 to go.
Yeah.
Whoa! It's a long one.
Yeah, it certainly is, isn't it? Yeah. And there we go. That's it.
I've still got more to go.
I know, so have I got some more to put out as well on that. So now what we do, Paul, is we connect that, and you will see inside here that we have these two little tracks just on the inside, just there. And those little tracks, I'll try and turn it so you can see it, go on here, and you twist it on, and it will go onto it. And then put it onto the back, as I explained, and then this goes on to the other end, like so. And then watch this, okay? You get this window seal. So when you open, pretend this is connected.
That's included.
This is included,
Brilliant.
Paul. So what we do then is we clip this on
Yeah.
to this here like so. I won't clip it on because I'll take it back off again. So that clips to there, and then what you do is you slide this
To the width
to
of
the
the
size
window.
of the width of the window.
Yeah.
And then you have a little thumb screw that you put on here, and it holds it in place to that size. So there's no hot air coming in from outside, but yet your air conditioning unit can exhaust. Now you can do that through a window, you can do it through a door, you can do it through whatever it is that you want. In fact, if you wanted to, you can just exhaust it out of your window like that. That's fine. It's entirely up to you folks what you do. Now that's just the back end of it. That's how it exhausts out the hot air, because it does create warm air when it is cooling the air. I know it sounds mad, but so does your refrigerator. If you put your hand at the back of the fridge, it's always warm. So this here is super easy to use. So let's just show you here. I'll use the remote control in a moment. So if we just look here, have I put this back in the right place for the camera? There we go. I can adjust this for the camera above. So there you go. Put the camera on and out. Yay, there we go. Let me just be, yeah, there we go. So now I can press that, it's on. Now what you will always see immediately is the temperature of the room currently.
22 degrees.
22 degrees. Now if we just come over here to the mode, we can see that this will bring it down to 15 degrees. You can decide 16.
I'm not joking, I can already feel that. That's crazy.
Great, isn't it? And we can go up all the way to 31 degrees, so we can get heat from this, Paul.
All right.
Okay? So of course in air conditioning, let me take my hand away, right down to 15 degrees. And that will now automatically, because you can see it's in cooling mode just here, will automatically do that. Now if we just want the fan, I just press the mode button. Well, now it's gone down to the dehumidifying. Press it again, and it's now gone to fan. So the fan will just act as a fan, Paul.
Yeah.
Just blowing the air, bringing the air in and blowing it out. You've also got a timer built in. You've got a sleep function in this. And you can adjust the speed of the fan as well by pressing that. So if you want extra cold air coming out, you want it to blow really heavily, you can see that just there, or turn it down. Or alternatively, just put it onto automatic mode, cooling mode, which is there, automatic, and it will bring the temperature to the one you set. And again, cooling mode, make sure you have the temperature set to what you want on it. You'll hear this kicking in a second. It's changing the function inside now, and it will start to cool. And then we can adjust that temperature from 15 to 31 degrees in the room. So if you like it really, really cold, 15 degrees is very, very cold.
Yeah.
The car goes down to about 16 degrees. This one goes a degree.
What temperature would you have it if it was in your house?
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember, I wasn't joking at the beginning of the show, wasn't it? About 14 degrees, and you said it's too hot
I
for you.
hate it. I can't stand the heat. I hate the heat. I really do.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
I'm the opposite.
But it's a very complicated. It's on wheels again, so you can bring this from room to room.
Yeah.
And it does have carry handles on the side as well. Now, Tower, of course, have been around for over 100 years. So they have been around a long time, and they're a great British brand, and they know exactly what they're talking about. Now, have a look here, because we have got our remote control as well, so we can adjust everything that we want with this. The fan speed, watch this and listen. You can hear the beep, you can hear the fan go up. Turn it back down. I can adjust my temperature. Here again, on top of that now, it is moving up and down that temperature. And again, I can adjust and I can turn it off completely as well with that.
And already it's got a 24-hour timer in it as well.
Yeah, you can put this on, set your timer. The button is just on top here, and it's also on your remote control. So you can have this. I'll just move this so we can get it on the camera up above again. There we go. Check that out. So watch this. When I use the remote control, I'm not touching any of the panels on top. There we go. So now again, I can use it. I can adjust the fan speed. I can change it to cooling. I can choose to dehumidification. I can do what I want. Again,
Epic.
Fan speed, all without touching a timer. Their timer on that. Will I just adjust it? And then I can add it 24 hours, 23, all the way down. So I can say, I want this on. I'm going to bed. It's now 11 o'clock at night, and I want it to go on for 3 hours, 2 hours even, because I'll be asleep by then. It will cool the room, and away you go. You can press the sleep button then if you want as well.
It takes you 2 hours to fall asleep.
Oh, no, I'm just saying.
I'm about 12 minutes. I put my head on that pillow, I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, you're not like that?
Look at you. No, I have the habit of watching TV.
Oh, I won't have a TV in the bedroom?
Yeah, no, I have the
Bedroom's
habit of
not
doing
for that.
Yeah. What's it for then?
Sleeping.
Oh, right.
Sleeping.
Well, I was just checking. I don't know.
I want to give you a chance to place an order right now. Easiest way is always our website, ideaworld.tv. Of course, you've always got the opportunity to call us as well. The phone number will be there in just a moment's time. Let's give you a chance right now to be reminded of all the main features.
The Presto by Tower is an incredible multifunction air conditioner. This versatile compact unit can be used as a cooler, dehumidifier, heater and fan, perfect for all year-round use. The easy-to-use soft-touch LED controls and handy remote control allow you to adjust settings, including a 24-hour timer, as well as temperature, between a cool 15 degrees up to 31 for colder months. When in air conditioner mode with Class A energy efficiency, the extendable hose ensures collected water naturally evaporates through a window, and the 360-degree caster wheels allow portability around the home. You can choose between high and low-speed airflow to maximise comfort, and also adjust the vertical louvre to redirect cool air throughout your room. Keep your home the perfect temperature all year round with the Presto by Tower.
Now, we know not everyone has got £270 to get an air conditioning unit to ensure that the entire room is cool. So if you're saying that's out of my remit, that I just don't have that sort of funding, Paul, but I do like the idea of a bit of a breeze in the bedroom, or while I'm watching television, or while I'm at the dining room table. We've also got personal coolers available for you as well. Now, clearly, these are not going to be anything like the air conditioning unit. We're not going to try and pretend that this is going to be as powerful as a complete device. However, if you want to breeze while you're in bed, if you want to breeze while you're sat at your desk, maybe while you're at work, if you're sitting in an office, this is something that is great because you can literally pick it up and move it around. And this is going to give you the opportunity not just to create cool air. You've actually got a light because this is the luxury version. You can pop the light in the top. You can see that runs on a USB. So you've now got light. So if it was by the bed, you could be reading while you're in bed. And it's also got a dehumidifier in it. And because it's the top of the Ranger, you're even going to find that there's a little filter in it that allows you to put essential oils in it. I'm not talking olive oil or sunflower oil. I'm talking fragrances. So eucalyptus would be a good one. Lavender's a nice one. Rosemary, anything of that nature. And that way you've got a lovely fragrance in the room as well. That's the beauty of it. And in addition to that, you're going to see that the USB, because you can charge this up and have it powered, you can even plug your phone into it and it can work that way. Or you can even run it off of a power bank. So if you're out camping, you're somewhere else and you think, well, there's no electricity where we're going, use a power bank to power it. Let's just show you all the main features and then I'm going to do a little demonstration for you. So again, it's called Zahn. It's the Ultra Chill. It's a cool piece of kit. As an individual cooler, I highly recommend it. So there you go. First line, own personal chill zone. 3-speed fan on it, so it can blow whichever intensity you like to be blown. Adjustable airflow. Direct the chill where you want it. Ultrasonic mist. That's by adding a little bit of water in there. And the ultrasonic means it's a high vibration. And it creates it into like a little fog coming out. It's really, really clever. And doesn't make you wet. Doesn't make you wet. A rechargeable battery with USB charge. Filterless operation with easy fill removable water tank. It's a tiny little thing at the side. Multi-colour mood light. You see it just beneath the grill. There's like almost like a mouth smiling. That opaque window is where all the LED lights are and it will change colour. So you've got the ambient light, you've got the LED reading light that I showed you, you've got the aroma diffuser that I showed you, just pull it out the side, and then underneath it, which I didn't show you, is a couple of non-slip feet. So if you're putting it on the side, you know it's not going to scratch the furniture or anything of that nature. So really, really cleverly designed. I think you're really going to like it. Let's take a moment to show you a video clip from a previous show where Bex shows you around it and shows you exactly how to use it.
Yeah, I'm just in my office. I'm making a note here, actually. I need to buy one after the hour. I need to get this as a gift for my mum rather than that Easter egg that I was planning on getting her. This would be absolutely fantastic in any kind of office scenario because it is so quiet. You can't hear that. If you were sat in an office with other people, This would not disturb them at all, but it's your own little personal chilling zone. Or perhaps you work from home and it's just very hot in your house during the summer. This would be fantastic to have there as well. Remember, you can use this all year round, though. It's not just for the summer in order to cool down because of that humidifier that's coming out of here. Hopefully you'll be able to see that mist coming out of there. You can use this during the winter as well when it's, you know, when it's those, when you've got that dry air in the house. So you can use this absolutely all year round in all those different scenarios. It's got the USB charging lead. So if you've got this in your home office, you can plug this into your computer so you can use it via the lead. But as you can see, we are portable and cord free because it's got that rechargeable battery. That's one of the additional features of the deluxe model. So you can use this absolutely anywhere. It's portable, it's lightweight. It's got that lovely sleek design on it as well, so it will fit into any area in your home. Plus, you've got that night light or reading light on there as well. It's got that adjustable head, so you can point that in any direction you want it to go. And you can see how bright that light is as well. Not so bright that if you were using it at night time, it's going to keep your partner awake, but bright enough so that you can, you know, actually read the pages. It comes with that 1.2 metre, that's 6 foot in length charging cable, so you don't have to worry about short leads at all. It's got those different mood lights on there as well. So a simple press of the button on top is going to change those lights over into the different colours so that you can choose whichever light that you want, or you can switch it off entirely. It's entirely up to you. This little machine is absolutely feature packed. It's got all of the different features that you would want from it. And if you're going to use it in your office scenario, absolutely going to keep you cool during the summer months.
So that's your personal cooling system. They're really, really handy. Great on a desk, maybe one either side of the bed, so you've got your own choice of temperatures, that sort of thing. Really, really handy. And maybe you travel a lot, you know, maybe you're on a train, maybe you're on a bus or a coach. You could literally have that sat in front of you, just blasting out that cool air. Don't forget you've got the humidifier on it as well. So you can put, it's a tiny little mist, and that could be like a cooler. Have you ever been to a, oh, what's the best way to explain it? An attraction park. You know the parks where they got all the rides and things for the kids? Yeah, theme parks. You know, Disney's the big one, isn't it? Theme park, yeah. And I know at Disney they have, like, you go and you can stand under it because it's really, really hot out when you're in the US. And you can stand underneath it, and this mist is so refreshing.
Yeah, because it's so fine when it lands on your skin, it evaporates off again. And when it evaporates off, of course, it takes the heat. And that's why something like that is brilliant. It actually is a great little machine. I'll be honest with you, Paul, I was a bit skeptical when I saw it here first. I thought, how good is it going to be for 20 quid?
Yeah.
And actually, I sat with it. And
well, it's 60, they are normally 60
Normally 60, yeah, but I'm thinking, because, you know, it's 20 quid, you know, that's what we're selling. But actually, it's a really good machine. I love it with the little light as well. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah. And especially at night time. I tell you where I find that handy, Paul, is at night time. I told you I watch TV in the bedroom, and someone was sitting there.
What does Ellie make of that?
Oh, she's asleep. She goes to sleep in seconds. Put a little bit of come down with me and she's gone. But Paul, the little light on it is brilliant because, you know, you can put that on and just have the remote control, and you can see the buttons on the remote control. So I think that's really, really brilliant.
Yeah. So that's your personal chill factor, okay? There's no reason why you can't get air conditioning maybe for downstairs, keeping the lounge, the dining room lovely and cool. It's on wheels, you can move it around if you want to. And then you can have the Zahns in the bedroom, one either side of the bed.
Yeah,
you know, maybe personal cooling systems for the kids if they overheat. You know, I know my nephew, Carter, he struggles with the heat big time, just like yourself, really struggles. So let's go back to the Tower air conditioning unit. Again, this is designed so you can have it in a room, but it is on wheels so you can move it around. So there are air conditioning systems you can get where you literally fit it to the wall, or maybe you've been to hotels where they're fitted in the window, and then it's permanent, it's stuck there. This is designed that you can move it around easily and effortlessly. And your control panel's on the top, but you've also got the remote control. Should we go right back to basics on it, do a full tour?
Yeah, of course I will. I've actually got a friend of mine who installs air conditioning units. She said the ones that you put permanently on the wall would have to drill through the wall and then have a unit, a chilling unit outside. £1,500–1,800 you're talking, and that was a mate's rate, he told me as well. You know, and you don't have to do that because, and that's stuck in one room. As Paul said, you move this one around. You bring this from room to room. So let's start at the very beginning, okay? Now, as we mentioned earlier, you've got lots of opportunity. You've got lots of choice here at Ideal World. You can talk about fans. You can talk about all different things, the Zahn. But if you want an air conditioning unit, the only thing that you will settle for then is an air conditioning unit. Because no matter what the fan is, it's not going to bring it down to 15 degrees. And if that's what you want that cold, 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 whether it's for an office, for your living room, it doesn't matter. You're going to want a unit. This is a great
I think
unit.
that's a really good idea, just there, the office.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, if you've got a group of workers or maybe a hair salon or something of that nature and people are uncomfortable, they think, well, it can't be in here any longer and they've got to leave. That's a great way to keep the business going.
Terrific for it. Absolutely brilliant.
Great idea.
And it is quiet. Now, I know we're sitting here in the studio and we turn it on. You'll probably hear it kind of start up and stuff like that. But, Jenny, once it's running, they're relatively quiet. But the thing about this is that you'll see just here on this, it says a 7,000 BTU. Now, you might have no idea what that is. British thermal units. And it's the unit, it's all to do with how much water it needs. Anyway. BTUs. I'm going to stay as if look intelligent. But this is 7,000 BTUs. So this will effectively cool a room around 250 to 300 square foot. Now, if you've got a bigger room than that, this is not the one for you. But you think about 300 square foot is a room that's 30 foot long, 10 foot wide, or 20 foot long and 20 foot wide. Isn't that right? Yeah, 2020 is just 400, yeah.
Yes.
So 20 by 20. So it's a big room. So it is a relatively
that
big
could be,
room.
for a lot of people, that might be a lounge and a diner all knocked into one.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is the one, because if you buy a machine that's too high in BTUs, it will cool too quickly, because when these cool, they also take the humidity out of the air. By the way, you can use this as a dehumidifier only if you want. So if you have got a spill or you have just cleaned your carpets and there's a bit of moisture around the place, you want to take it out quickly, you can do that. You know, if you had a little bit of a leak, you can take that out with this. It is terrific. But this here, primarily, we're going to talk about it being an air conditioning unit. You can use it as a fan, just to blow the room air around. But as an air conditioning unit, it has a refrigeration unit in the back, okay? When we turn this around, the refrigeration unit's in the back. This here I've just put on here. It slides into position just here. And what we do then is we connect this hose to it here, and then we connect the other end of the hose like that. And the hose stretches, by the way. It's not just that long. You know what it does.
Yeah.
It's like an accordion. And then what we do is we use this here as our exhaust, and then we clip this in just like so. I clip it in actually, and so you can see it in like that. And then what happens is you open this out to the size of the window aperture, the opening, or indeed a door, so you can cover most of the door with that. There is a little screw that comes with it that you screw in here, and it will hold it in position. And then you would use your exhaust to attach to this, and it blows out the warm air that it creates outside, keeping the cool air inside. Now, let's talk about that cool air, because this genuinely has the capability of going lower than I have ever seen before, because 16 degrees is generally where an air conditioning unit will go. Now, watch this. You can see that. I'm not touching anything, but yet I'm turning it on, because it's got a remote control, folks. It's got all the functions that you have here on the remote control. Now, when you turn on your tower, Presto, you will immediately be told what the temperature in the room is. And in this one is 22 degrees. Now, Paul, I'm going to just push my chair back a little. I'm going to turn this slightly like that.
You can make me cold.
Well, I just want you to feel that cold air coming out of here.
I can feel
now,
it.
I'm not exhausting the warm air, but that's fine because it's pushing over there, but it's still refrigerating that air.
It's so cold.
And now it's working. It's already gone up to 22 degrees in this area just here. 21
I
degrees.
would guess that's way colder than 22, because that is cold air.
No. The temperature of the room is 21 now. This area, it's brought it down. This is blasting out colder
showing
air.
me what it's blowing out.
It's showing you the temperature of the room.
So if I put that on, let's say I put that on 16, it's going to work really, really hard to get the room
16.
temperature down to 16.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Now, if we look at this, well, I'll just get the setting. I have that on automatic. So basically now we'll automatically get the temperature to that we've asked for. But we can do the mode and turn it to cooling. Now, what we then do is we can say to the machine, well, here's what I want. I want this at 15 degrees. Now, you can see that flashing. That is telling you the desired temperature. Now, it's now telling me the room is 21, but 15 is what my desired temperature is. I can 17, 18, 19, 20. I can bring this up any way that I want to 31 degrees. But Paul, when you bring this down to the lowest setting, this will start billowing out the cold, cold air from the front, cooling you in the room, and that's now flashing to tell you that's your desired temperature, but now it's gone back to what the temperature in the room is. and it will keep on working in your room until it gets to 15 degrees. Then it will start to adjust the fan speed to keep the room at that temperature. Now it's saying the ambient temperature around this is 20 degrees because it's now, because of this.
When you think how big this room is, this
Yeah.
area is, that's epic.
It is epic. It's brilliant. Gone to 21. And it will always tell you what it is. Now you have your fan. You can use the mode just here. I'm going to use the mode on the remote control just here. You've got your timer as well. So your mode here telling you fan, cooling, dehumidifying, and automatic just here. You've got your sleep, and you've got your timer function, and you've got the speed of your fan. You can adjust them all here, or indeed you can adjust them on your remote control. Now I'm going to set the timer. Hang on, let me just get this correct. Put this onto automatic because that's what we want. There we go. And now I want to set the timer to 10 hours, 24 hours, 23 hours, 22 hours, all the way down to 1 hour. So what we can basically do is we can make this turn itself off after however long we want. So when we get into the bed, we just simply tell it that we want it to go off in 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and it will turn itself off.
Hey,
Wonderful.
I'm being so really, really busy now. I'm not surprised. Listen, I know it hasn't been. We haven't had we've had hot days. We've had hot days. We've had hot days. There's been no doubt about it. And it's only going to get hotter. I know we haven't had summer yet, but what I don't want to happen for you is that you think, oh, it's really hot. Let's go and get something to cool the house down. Then you go out and nobody's got anything available. That's happened time and time again. Year after year, we've had it when people are trying to get fans from us and we've got nothing left. So think ahead. Okay, again, I'm saying it's been hot. We've had some really hot days, probably hottest day of the year so far. And today the weather was just amazing. I saw people coming into our car park, with their convertible cars and things. So enjoying the sun. Don't wait for it to become hot and then decide to buy them. And of course, you can use these to condition the room. Not just blow a little draft on you, not like a fan. This is conditioning the room. You're saying, I want my office, my study, my studio, whatever it is that you work in. Maybe you work in a kitchen. I want the kitchen to be nice and cool at all times. It can do that for you. That's what these machines are all about. Come on, let's remind you of all the main features.
The Presto by Tower is an incredible multifunction air conditioner. This versatile compact unit can be used as a cooler, dehumidifier, heater and fan, perfect for all year-round use. The easy-to-use soft-touch LED controls and handy remote control allow you to adjust settings, including a 24-hour timer, as well as temperature, between a cool 15 degrees up to 31 for colder months. When in air
Here right now to remind you of our personal chill machines. So if you're loving the idea of cooling the air in the room, but you don't like the idea of buying an air conditioner, if that's not for you, let's take a moment right here, right now, to show you our personal cooling stations. These little chill zone creators. Watch this.
Yeah, just in my office. I'm making a note here, actually. I need to buy one after the hour. I need to get this as a gift for my mum rather than that Easter egg that I was planning on getting her. This would be absolutely fantastic in any kind of office scenario because it is so quiet. You can't hear that. If you were sat in an office with other people, this would not disturb them at all, but it's your own little personal chilling zone. Or perhaps you work from home and it's just very hot in your house during the summer. This would be fantastic to have there as well. Remember, you can use this all year round, though. It's not just for the summer in order to cool down because of that humidifier that's coming out of here. Hopefully you'll be able to see that mist coming out of there. You can use this during the winter as well when it's, when it's when you've got that dry air in the house. So you can use this absolutely all year round in all those different scenarios. It's got the USB charging lead. So if you've got this in your home office, you can plug this into your computer so you can use it via the lead. But as you can see, we are portable and cord free because it's got that rechargeable battery. That's one of the additional features of the deluxe model. So you can use this absolutely anywhere. It's portable, it's lightweight. It's got that lovely sleek design on it as well, so it will fit into any area in your home. Plus, you've got that night light or reading light on there as well. It's got that adjustable head, so you can point that in any direction you want it to go. And you can see how bright that light is as well. Not so bright that if you were using it at night time, it's going to keep your partner awake, but bright enough so that you can, actually read the pages. It comes with that 1.2 metre, that's 6 foot in length charging cable, so you don't have to worry about short leads at all. It's got those different mood lights on there as well. So a simple press of the button on top is going to change those lights over into the different colours so that you can choose whichever light that you want, or you can switch it off entirely. It's entirely up to you. This little machine is absolutely feature packed. It's got all of the different features that you would want from it. And if you're going to use it in your office scenario, absolutely going to keep you cool during the summer months.
Personal coolers, that's the best word to use for those. I'm going to say they're about 6 inches in height, because obviously you're looking at it, it could be 6 foot in height, you don't know. It could be a Dalek, we don't know. But it's just a little 6 inches in height, and it sits beside the bedroom table. This is a perfect way to see it, isn't it? I think they're great, and maybe a nice gift idea as well. He's got a son, a daughter, a grandchild, maybe having a birthday coming up. You think, I don't know what to get them. Or maybe Father's Day. You think, I don't know what to get Dad. Does he sit at a desk? Does he moan about the heat already? Then that could be a great way to help him keep cool. So think about it, 20 quid. Come on, it's not a lot of money, is it? Normally £60. So that's 66% off, a third of the price. So really, really good savings on that particular one. Hey, listen, the show is really about air conditioning. We are getting you ready for summer. We've been doing that all day long. We've had some great fashion on the show. We've had some great shows, barbecues, all sorts available to help you have the best summer ever. Let's take a moment right now to remind you of all the main features of the Tower.
The Presto by Tower is an incredible multifunction air conditioner. This versatile compact unit can be used as a cooler, dehumidifier, heater and fan, perfect for all year-round use. The easy-to-use soft-touch LED controls and handy remote control allow you to adjust settings, including a 24-hour timer, as well as temperature, between a cool 15 degrees up to 31 for colder months. When in air conditioner mode with Class A energy efficiency, the extendable hose ensures collected water naturally evaporates through a window, and the 360-degree caster wheels allow portability around the home. You can choose between high and low speed airflow to maximise comfort, and also adjust the vertical louvre to redirect cool air throughout your room. Keep your home the perfect temperature all year round with the Presto by Tower.
Had an email coming from Catherine asking about the energy efficiency of the air cooling system by Tower, the Presto. It's A grade. That's really important. Maybe we've got a washing machine. What would be other good things? Tumble dryers, any appliances basically for your kitchen, for your home. You get the little grades. So it's like E, D, B. You work your way through them and they get green, don't they? So this is A. So it's at the top of the list. $269.99 instead of $599.99. So it's a better than half price deal. Catherine, if you're and I and thinking about it, don't forget we always give you a 14-day money-back guarantee. So we've got these in stock. These are here in our warehouse, ready to go out. We can get this to you in the next 3, 5, 7 days, and then you've got the opportunity to enjoy it. I imagine when you get a room to the temperature you really want it to be, and you know it can stay there, what's not to like? Not like a fan where you get just a little bit of breeze now and again. This is conditioning the temperature of the room. We've still got about 3 or 4 minutes to go. So I want to, F. Alan, we can go right back to basics and just share with anyone that's just joined us what they need to know about the Tower.
Yeah, of course. Look, as I said at the beginning of the show, look, you've got choices, haven't you, of what way you want to cool your room. Some people will just buy a basic fan. Some people want air conditioning. And for those people who want air conditioning, this unit here is great. 7,000 BTUs, British thermal units. And basically, this will cool a room efficiently that is the size around 250 to 300 square foot. That means roughly a room that's 30 foot long by 10 foot wide. That's a bit long and narrow, to be fair, but it could be a long kitchen diner or living room, dining room, or maybe 15 by 15 or 15 by 12. Some, do your calculations, measure the length.
It will cool a room that's smaller than that.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Even more efficiently.
Absolutely. But what you don't want to do is get too big of a machine. Don't think, it's a bit too small. My room is kind of 15 by 15 and I need a much bigger. You don't. This will do a room of about 250 to 300 square foot. Now, the brilliant thing about this is an air conditioning unit is it actually conditions the air. It actually has a refrigeration unit that takes the air in, and then it will cool that air. Now in this case here, I'm going to turn it on with the remote control. Let me just turn this around. We can see immediately here that it is 22 degrees. That is the temperature in the studio right now. When we go to adjust it, I'll do this here, I'll adjust the temperature. You can see that I have set this to 15 degrees.
Yeah.
That's the temperature it will bring the room to. I can choose what I want it to be. Right from 15 to 31 degrees. So it will give you hot air. But of course it's made for cooling. So maybe you want your room somewhere around 18 degrees. Well, set it at 18, it will flash to confirm, and then it will turn back to the current temperature in the room. Now you'll see that you have your on-off button here. You've got your sleeping timer. You've got your timer here as well. So if I put this to timer, I can now adjust this to 24 hours, 23 hours, all the way down or up, whichever way I want to go. And then I can have this on for 1 hour or 2 hours. Let's say you're going to bed at night time. You want the room to be cool until you're fast asleep. Put it on 2 hours. In 2 hours time, that will turn itself off.
Brilliant.
You've got all the different modes and functions. So we've got just here, you've got your dehumidification. Click this one, it becomes just a fan. Click it again, it goes to automatic, which will automatically bring it to the temperature, or cooling, and it will constantly blow out the air of the temperature in this thing, 18 degrees.
Yeah.
It really is wonderful. You've got your fan speed. Have a listen to this if you want more fan speed. Now, of course, with any air conditioning unit, of course, you do have your exhaust system. So on the back of your machine, you will connect this onto the back. You connect this in, it just twists in, that extends, and then you connect it to your exhaust system, which just goes out through a window or a door. Then you can enjoy those really, really cool temperatures in the room. If you want an air conditioning unit, you've got a relatively average size room that you want to cool, that's brilliant. Bring it to your bedroom, because you've got carry handles on it, wheel it around to other rooms as well.
Hey, Alan, said big thanks to you. Really
Big
appreciate
pleasure,
being here.
real
Thanks for jumping
pleasure.
in and doing that extra show earlier. And of course, a big thank you to you at home too. Now, though we're about to end the show, it doesn't end the deal, because we're not even at the start of summer yet. Summer is still a few weeks away. But as it gets hotter and hotter and hotter, you can be 100% sure we'll have less and less cooling systems. And as Alan quite rightly says, we give you a lot of choice. Tonight, think of it as kind of being the two extremes. We went from our tiniest machine, the Zahn, the little personal cooler, to one of our biggest machines where you can cool an entire room. And yeah, we do fans, we do everything in between because we want to give you choice. But I would recommend, whatever you decide to go for, to get it as soon as you can. Because as we get more and more days,
Oh, wow.
like we've just had, my mum says we've got a heat wave coming. Not that she knows about the temperature, she's heard it on the news. So when that happens, you can be sure these are going to go crazy. If you'd like to stay with us, we've got a lot more coming your way here on Ideal World. Come midnight, we're going to be going over to ITV. We're going to be bringing you the big brand of Nike. We've got Muddy Fox with us as well. And we're going to go to our lowest ever price on the Gravitate. Coming up next, it's a vacuum.